Hey everybody, Manny Talavera here. We're now on day 10 of the 17-day course creation challenge with Manny, Stacy, and Emily. And in this video, we're going to continue right where we left off, where yesterday we were talking about creating offers and structure and things like that. And so we told you over and over and over, this is a game of lead generation. It's a game of marketing. And what you want to think about is ultimately you need a marketing system. And the marketing system is once every 2 months, and then once every month, and then later on, even maybe once every 2 weeks, we're going to have a 1 day workshop or a 2 day workshop or a 5 day challenge. And so a good system would be a 5 day challenge once a month that you sell or you do free with a VIP version, and then at the end of that you offer a modulated course, a signature course, or a coaching program. And what we're talking about here is a marketing system that you're going to do automatically once a month or once every 2 weeks, and you're going to do that on a consistent basis, and that's how you're going to build your business. Now, in addition to that, you're sometimes going to have courses that, small things that you're going to do that are just revenue generators. And so that's not the only things you're going to do. So you might have workshops that are 1 day and 2 day workshops or 5 day challenges where you're not really offering a back end, you're just selling those as revenue generators. And what I want to talk to you about for a few minutes is when you do live workshops in a workshop, 90 minutes to 2 hours 1 day, and you might have an hour of live question and answer. So that's basically a 3 hour workshop. You can sell them for $27, $47. My goal is that you get to where you're selling them for $97. Talkie Moore is releasing a lot of those, and he's doing them for $97. He puts about 200 people in each one of those. So every time he does that, he's generating about $20,000 in revenue on the front end. Okay. And what you need to get is this. Anything that you offer that's live, you've got a huge group of people out there who will buy it, but they won't watch it live. They're going to consume the replays. You're going to have a huge group of people also who will not buy it because you're doing it live and you're doing it at a time they can't consume it. But what's interesting about that is what you can do is you can go back and offer those people the replays and sell the replays after the event. And so we do the marketing, we sell people into a live event, we have the live event, we have the recordings. Now we do the marketing and we sell the recordings to people who couldn't show up live. And you will have a lot of people who will buy those. And this is the thing. You don't have to sell the replays. You can put the replays in a vault, and you can hold those replays only for people who consumed it live or people who are in your coaching program. There are a number of things you can do there. But what you can also do, again, spin off more revenue by letting people buy those replays. And so I just want you to understand, you want to create a marketing system, once a month event, whether you're going to be doing a workshop, 1 day, 2 day, 5 day challenge, 17-day challenge. You're going to do something once a month, and then in that thing, you're going to offer a back end product or service, and you're going to have a marketing system where you do this every single month. But this is the thing, like I said, you're also going to do these payday events where you're not necessarily making a back end offer. Now, what's interesting about it, you could do a 1 day workshop. You could make an offer in that workshop. You have the recordings, you sell the recordings. Some of the people who buy those recordings would possibly end up buying the offer anyway. But like I said, you don't necessarily need to do these big offers. Now, this is another thing. Suzanne Evans, right? She does, seems like she does a 5 day challenge about once every month to sell a high-end product. But this is what you got to understand about all of this. It's not the same 5 day challenge every time. When I'm telling you, you need to make a system where you're doing a 5 day challenge every 30 days. You're not doing the same 5 day challenge over and over. You're taking what you're doing and you're teaching different aspects of it. If you teach the same thing over and over, people aren't going to keep showing up. You've got to change it up. So if I were to so uh, give you an example. Let's say I was going to do these 1 day workshops, right? And I got the 5 ways to build a successful coaching business. I could take one of those ways and do one way 1 month and then another way. So the first month, I'm going to teach you how to increase leads to get more leads for your coaching business. The second month, I'm going to teach you how to get more conversions from those leads in your coaching business. The third month, I could teach how to increase average transaction size, charge more for your coaching business. The fourth month, I could do how to increase frequency of purchase and get people to buy more often from you. And the fifth month, I could teach how to build raving fans and build lifetime customers in your business. And so, what you want to think about, you're creating a product right now. You got a title and you got a bunch of modules underneath that. You should be able to spin some of those modules off and create different types of workshops and 5 day challenges. And so, you could do a 5 day challenge on how to get, how to get more leads. You could do 5 day challenge, how to get more leads in your business. 5 day challenge, how to get more of those leads to buy. 5 day challenges, 5 day challenge, how to get your first coaching client. 5 day challenge, how to get your first 500 email opt-ins. Like there's just what you want to think about is you want to sit down and just write and write and write all of these different things, because ultimately, and I know we've covered this, but I just want you to know what it's going to look like, because the marketing system is going to be an offer every month. Every month you're doing a workshop or a master class or a 5 day challenge, but they're not the same every month. You're going to certainly do some of them over and over. There's going to be a lot of repetition here, but like I said, what you want to do, what you want to think about is every time you create one of those that works really well, you created a new system that you're going to be able to use over and over. But like I said, what you want to think about, you've got this audience of buyers, and let's say you've got 10,000 people on your email list. You keep making the same offer every single time, you're going to get fewer and fewer and fewer people to sign up for those. That's the reason, one, you need to constantly add people to your list, and two, you got to consistently be changing those offers. And so what we're going to do here, I got a challenge for you, or a dare. And what I want you to do is tell us, what is the legacy you want to leave behind in this world? And I got this directly from Stacy. I think it's a great question, but I want you to think about it as it pertains to building a thought leader practice or a guru practice. What is the legacy that you want to leave behind? Do you want to leave a lot of content behind that people are going to get value from? Do you want to leave a lot of content behind that generates revenue well after you're gone? Because I can tell you, these businesses spin off revenue for a very, very long period of time. And what you're teaching, as long as it's like those people are constantly going to be showing up in the marketplace, and so people can be buying your content for many generations even. So that's what I want you to think about. But I appreciate you all watching. We will see you all in day 11, and thanks a lot.